Roller coasters, haunted houses, and light gun shooters are three of my favorite things. Pair them all with VR, and you've got one of my favorite experiences of the year. I wait all year long for October so I can go to haunted houses and have people scare me half to death. It's practically tradition around here because there's something invigorating about cowering in fear the whole time knowing full well that you're in no actual danger at all. Until Dawn, Rush of Blood ignores its Quantic Dream-style adventure roots and gives you one goal: shoot the bad guys before they kill you. I loved games like Time Crisis and House of the Dead back in the day, and you actually find a lot of similarities here. But what Rush of Blood does that those games could never have done is scare the crap out of me. And it does just that, and frequently too. From killer clowns to spiders, if you have a phobia, it's very possible you might have to address it here. In fact, the end of one level terrified me so much that I actually had to pull the VR headset off of my face. These graphics aren't exactly realistic, but at no point was I able to convince my brain that I had nothing to fear. And why would you? Being scared is the point of playing a scary game. And I have a hard time believing anyone who says that this game didn't make them jump, at least a few times. And most of the scares here are typical jump scares that you'd find in almost any haunted house. But it's all done just so well, especially in VR when things can literally come at you from any angle. Sitting alone in the front car of a roller coaster cart definitely kept me feeling vulnerable at every turn. Speaking of the roller coaster, if there was one thing I wish Rush of Blood utilized more, it would definitely be the steep climbs of a roller coaster. The speed and drops are convincing in VR, but they're few and far between. In most levels, you're just slowly carted from room to face wave after wave of enemies, which is fine, don't get me wrong. But if you've got a roller coaster, why not take me so high that my fear of heights kicks in and makes me woozy? Using the move controllers here is definitely the preferred method of shooting too, and that's awesome. I've had 2 move controllers sitting around my apartment since the PS3 days. They were great for light gun games then, and they feel right at home in VR now. If you don't have any, you can probably still find them used at a game store for probably pretty cheap. Rush of Blood isn't terribly long. You'll be able to see everything in just about 2 hours, but to find every hidden path, discover all the collectibles, and beat the game on every difficulty level, well, that'll definitely take you much, much longer. And it's a good time, too. For the budget price of $20, you get more than you paid for. I'll absolutely revisit this haunted house many times over.